Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you are very welcome. My name is Oni and I'm a second year medical student. And as you can see from the title, I will be in this video revealing my GPA, MCAT score, and all the medical schools that I applied to. Yeah, so if you're interested in knowing all of that, if you're trying to get into my personal business, that's fine. Stay tuned. So I've definitely probably shared some of this information if you're following me on Instagram. My Instagram is Hermed Series, it's the exact same name. But yeah, I just decided that because I've been talking a lot in the past videos about my application process and my application timeline, and just tips to apply into medical school if you have low stats and all of that. I felt like this might be a nice video just to let you guys know how many schools I applied to, the schools that I applied to, especially being an international student applying into medical schools in the US, and you know what my GPA was and what my MCAT was. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Okay, so my cumulative GPA in total was a 3.77. I had a science GPA of 3.70, and I had, like, for the rest was like a 3.88, and so combining the two gave me a 3.77 GPA. Which was pretty good, I think. And then my MCAT score was a 504. I took the MCAT twice, like I've said in multiple videos. The first time that I took the MCAT, I scored a 129 on the Chem Phys section, a 122 on the critical reading, 127 on the bio section, and a 126 on the psych soc section. And then I took it a second time to sort of improve my critical reading section, which was a 122, and I ended up getting 128, 121, 127, 128. So I'm just gonna kind of like put the MCAT scores here so you sort of see, but I took the MCAT twice, and so both kind of gave me a 504 MCAT. I don't know if some schools sort of added like my top grades. If they did, then I had a 506, because I know some schools sort of take out like the best sections and just add them up. So I don't know if any of my schools did that, but if they did, it would be a 506. So my MCAT score was a 504. As you can see, my GPA was a 3.77 cumulative. And so I had to be very strategic about the schools that I was applying to. And so I'm about to share the list of medical schools that I applied to, but I want y'all to know that I'm an international student, and so a lot of the medical schools that I could have applied to with my grades were not accepting internationals. There's only a few schools that do accept internationals, and so when I was making my med school list, I had to be very strategic about what schools I was applying to so that I don't go applying to a school that does not even look at internationals. I also had to make sure that the school that I applied to would accept me with my 121 critical reading, and so I definitely did a lot of research before committing to this list. So as you can see, I applied to about 25 to 26 schools. I applied to about 15 MD schools and 10 DO schools. I completed the secondaries for every single one of them, and I was able to apply to most of them pretty early. If you'd like to know how I was able to accomplish that, definitely check out this video. I talk about my application process and the timeline. I got interviews from about 3 schools. 2 of the schools gave me admission, and the third one wanted me to sort of do a post-bac program before committing to their medical school, which at the time I was kind of very satisfied with the medical schools that I got into, so I didn't bother. But yeah, so these are the medical schools that I applied to. That was my GPA and that was my MCAT score. In terms of the extracurricular activities that I did, I am definitely going to be talking a lot about that in a separate video. For those who like to know just a brief overview, I definitely did some research. I wasn't able to publish anything, but I did have a couple presentations, poster presentations. I did a lot of volunteering, both medical and non-medical. I actually ended up having more non-medical hours than medical hours, so that still works, you know, medical or non-medical, those are still volunteer hours. In terms of shadowing, I wasn't really able to find someone to shadow here, probably because I didn't really put in as much effort as I should have, to be honest. But it was also really difficult finding someone to shadow, because with shadowing, I feel like you need to know someone who knows someone. Just you need a connection. And being international, I didn't really have as much all of my family is back home. So the best thing for me to do was to kind of go home. If you'd like to know more about like my shadowing experience, definitely go check out that video. I have a video on that, so definitely go check it out. I had some leadership experience as well. I tutored for a bit. I was a teacher's assistant, so that was also helpful. And I did a lot of like just fun stuff. Like I modeled for a little bit, and that's something that was brought up on my interviews because it was a little bit different. I will speak more about those extracurriculars and how I kind of wrote about them on my MCAT application. And I feel like those were very helpful in getting me these admissions. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll also be sharing my actual AMCAS application with you guys in a coming video. So if you're interested, definitely subscribe to the channel and click on notifications tab so you know when I upload. But yeah, so that's pretty much my GPA, MCAT, and the medical schools that I applied to. And if you'd like to know more about like how I applied, any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll definitely be responding to you. If you'd like for it to be more private, feel free to DM me on Instagram at hermedseries, and I'm very happy to get in touch and also respond to whatever questions that you have. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay blessed and stay safe.